We are back at it again here, folks, getting ready to fire things up for Junior Max. 2 more events still to come for the 2014 Cold Stone Pan Am Challenge. And away they roll, led out by the pole sitter number 274, Nick Bruckner. Bruckner going to start on the pole position alongside Darren Keene in the 225. Row 2, Trenton Estep. Very calm in the pre-final. Had a great run to third spot in the 200. He'll start on the inside of that row alongside Anthony Ganji Jr. in the number 207. Row 3, Matt Solarsik. And the number 212 and Jack Black in the 241. Row 3, Austin Versteeg and Samuel Lupien. Row 4, Christian Brooks and Aiden Keel. Row 5, Bradley Zilich and Christian Munoz. Well, row 7 has Michael McCarthy and Stingray Robb. Austin Versteeg, the driver we're watching here, coming from P7 after starting 31st in all 3 heat races. Row 8, Russell Boyle and Blake Hunt. Row 9, Lorenzo Alberto and Andre Castro. Row 10, Alex Sullivan and Parker Chase. Row 11, Kellen Ritter and Theo Chick. Row 12, Juan Solorzano and Robert McGinnis. Row 13, Nick Rosengrant and Philip Dennis. Row 14, Dylan Skiba and Max Hewitt. Row 15, Spencer Mills and Michael Bovim. Row 16, Mayo Livingston and George Stojakovic. And rounding out the field of 34, Luis Pena and David Alavia. This is going to be a good one. Nick Bruckner on the pole position alongside Darren Keene. Who's going to get the job done here today? We expect the barn burner for this one. Junior drivers, 22 lapper, into their staging lanes. Penultimate race of this year's event. Green, green, green. Oh, Keene trying to take it from Bruckner. Oh no, a couple drivers backwards, one of them Ganji. Ganji backwards on the racetrack. He had an opportunity, but Snap spun it. 2 or 3 drivers together. Bruckner with a big advantage now. Everybody else behind him. Versteeg up into 4th position. What a great start for Versteeg. Poor Ganji, who had a chance to win this. Remember, this is for a ticket for 2015 and the grand finals. Not this year, but next year. Imagine winning this race and knowing before you even start the season that you're going to run in the grand finals. What a huge opportunity. Bruckner leads by 1.2. Matt Solarsik up into 2nd. Christian Brooks goes to 3rd, and Austin Versteeg 4th. 6 drivers in the lead breakaway, essentially. Samuel Lupien and Darren Keene behind him. Keene doing a good job to hold on. Remember, he started 2nd, tried to fight Bruckner for the lead, but all the action happened there. He ended up falling back. Trenton Estep in the 200 all the way to the tail of the field with Anthony Ganji. We're going to keep an eye on them because I bet they're together. They're actually not. Where is Estep? He may be out. Stingray Robb to the tail of the field as well. There's another spinner. A couple drivers spinning coming through turn number 9. This has allowed Ganji to get through. So a huge lead now for Nick Bruckner. Almost 1.2 seconds. We'll keep watching the lap times here. This is a long race. 49.322 fast time for Bruckner. Let's have a look at the replay of the start here, folks. Coming down into 1. That looked like the driver coming in there from P2. That was Trenton Estep. Yeah, Estep just overcooked the entry, it looked like. And he climbed over top of Ganji. So either Estep overcooked it going into the corner, just didn't woe it up enough, or he may have had some help from Solarczyk. I'm not going to make that jump, obviously, because Solarczyk may not have been involved. I have to take another look at that to see it, but nonetheless, whatever it was Estep getting in too deep, up and over. He made contact with Ganji. Both of those drivers backwards on the racetrack. Trying to see if Estep was able to continue, so he's still rolling. Ganji already at 26, so we're going to have fun watching Ganji fight his way back through here. Versteeg able to get by Brooks for the third position. There they are right there. That's second, third, and fourth. And then fifth and sixth a little further back. So Austin Versteeg, who started seventh, was able to avoid the incident between Estep and Ganji, and now goes to third. Here's a great shot of the pass here right now, coming down to turn number 4. Textbook pass down the bottom. Slides that car through nicely. The Rolison Performance Group Cosmic rolling to the inside of the racetrack, and he's able to get by Brooks. So both Brooks and Versteeg, part of the Mazda Road to Indy Max Speed Driver Advancement Program. Those two drivers will get a chance to test a USF 2000 car in January at Homestead Miami Speedway. And they were selected from a large group of people who applied for the opportunity and made it to the 12 that got interviewed by top drivers James Hinchcliffe, Gabby Chavez, Alan Rudolph, and Ben Cooper. They were part of the 4 drivers selected, along with Oliver Askew and Sabre Cook. 1 second, 1.1 second now the lead for Bruckner. Solarczyk a little bit quicker, not even a full 10th quicker. Samuel Lupien looks like he may have got another spot there as well. .212 of Solarczyk on the Burrell. See if he can continue to close up here on Nick Bruckner, who leads by over a second now. Bruckner in a really good position to maybe be able to pull away a little bit here. Austin Versteeg just turned his fast lap as well, a 48.948 for Versteeg. Long way to go. 5 laps down, 17 laps. It'll be 6 and 16 this time by. Let's wait for the drivers to all roll across here, because I believe that Ganji is coming. Actually, no, he's down to 27th. Ganji must have had another incident for him to fall that far back. Stingray Robb definitely on the run here now. He works his way up into the 20th position. Started 14th, but got shoveled way back in that incident. He's now fought his way back up to 20th. Up front, Solarczyk, another 1/10 of a second quicker. Then Bruckner, as he's now closed up to within 9/10 of a second. Good battle here between Darren Keene and Samuel Lupien. That is for 4th spot. Keene on the left, Lupien on the right. Flip-flop as they go down the back straightaway. The leader here is Keene, that's 4th, and Lupien in 5th. Samuel Lupien, the driver out of Quebec, Canada, on the FA. Starting to put some pressure on Keene, the Floridian. Solarczyk, a new fast lap, 48.750. Bruckner better turn up the wick. There's a pass right there. Lupien to the inside of Keene. And here comes Brooks, storming by as well. Christian Brooks wasn't going to mess around with that one. Good pass there for Samuel Lupien. Strong move to the inside of turn number 8 for the young Quebec pilot. Stretching away already from Keene, and Brooks able to fully capitalize on that as well. That was another one of them great turn 8 moves, the hairpin. He's took full advantage of it. Here's another look at it. Look at this quick dive to the inside. Taking over, gets the slide job. Keene does a great job to see it, but the problem is that Keene off onto the rumbles, and that's what allowed Brooks to get a better run. Keene had to get well off the gas not to drive over top of him there, or rather not to drive off the racetrack, and the same goes for Brooks, but he just powered right on through. There's the first, second, and third place drivers. You can see how the gap of Bruckner has fallen down to 5/10 of a second right now. Bruckner a 48.8, Solarczyk a 48.7, Versteeg a 48.7. So Austin Versteeg is closing in. We got a good fight here, I believe, for the lead, but Matt Solarczyk has really turned things up. Been kind of the tail end of the top 5 for most of the weekend, but starting to work here right now in the long run. Still a ways to go. He's closing up here on Bruckner. Matt Solarczyk trying to score the victory here. And again, this gives a driver the ticket for 2015 to the Grand Finals. Versteeg trying to close up here right now. Working lap number 10. Still 12 to go. We're not even to the halfway point yet. And Solarczyk has worked his way up to Bruckner. Now, I gotta believe that car Bruckner, they've set up to come in late in the going. They know how quick their young driver is. I can't see it getting any worse from here on in. They had to have set it up to be strong down the line. The key is, will Versteeg be able to come and play here as well? Solarczyk now right to the rear bumper of Bruckner, who drops a wheel over into the rumbles, allows Solarczyk to be right there. See the difference in size of these two drivers. The diminutive Bruckner, and then Solarczyk likely 2 to 3 inches taller. Different dynamics, of course, in the aero, and different dynamics in the way the car will handle the weight transfer from the tinier drivers. Versteeg went quicker than both drivers last time by a 48.7. He's back by only a half a second now from Solarczyk. We're just at the halfway point. Versteeg trying to get in here, and Bruckner, knowing he's been caught, will settle into the groove. It's not like he hasn't been challenged all weekend long and has rose to the occasion, so I don't think this is going to shake Bruckner whatsoever. He had to expect that they were going to come and chase him down. Now we go racing. 3 drivers in the hunt for the ticket here to the Grand Finals. Nick Bruckner, Matt Solarczyk, and Austin Versteeg. Bruckner just laid down his quick lap of the race, and that starts to play to what I had mentioned. That chassis is going to be set up to come late in the race. Solarczyk showing very solid poise here now, right in behind. Not trying to make any moves yet, kind of going to work. Trying to see where he's maybe a little quicker. Doing the research on his competition. And Versteeg right there as well. Another fast lap for Versteeg. All 3 of the top drivers turning 48.6s. Samuel Lupien now runs 4th, Christian Brooks in 5th, Darren Keane in 6th, Aiden Keel 7th, Jack Black 8th, Russell Boyle 9th, and Christian Munoz has rounded out the top 10. Top 3 drivers right there. Versteeg doing whatever he can. He knows if they start racing a little bit, he'll be there. Yeah, Versteeg's going to need them to race to close up, because this front-running trio turning almost identical times. Back-to-back 48.6s. Bruckner putting that increasing maturity on display, as he has not yet put a wheel wrong. Hitting the marks. Those of you watching from home, I'll tell you, it is tough when you're out there with this kind of level of competition, trying to hit the marks every time. 22 laps, 11 corners. You got to hit every one perfect if you want to win this. Good fight here for 5th, 6th, and 7th. That's it right there. The 225 of Darren Keene able to get back by Christian Brooks for 5th. Brooks back to 6th, and 7th is the 269 of Aiden Keel. So that's a fight for 5th, 6th, and 7th here now. Keene able to slip by. They're actually not quite as quick as Samuel Lupien, so this battle may end up being for itself as Brooks gets back by. Christian Brooks back through for 5th. Keene had a bunch of trouble coming through 1 and 2, and now Keel trying to take advantage of it. Jack Black just back there. He just turned his fast lap of 48.834. He'd like to come and play as well, so Jack Black ready to jump in. He was about 2/10 quicker than those guys last time by. There's the pass here, the replay. Christian Brooks sliding it down the inside. Keene comes across a little early. Doesn't allow him to make that transition back for 2. He tried to crisscross in. Contact was made. Here's a pass for 2nd. He's through. Verstig able to get by. We just came quickly to it. Big move in the race. Wow. So Bruckner leads, but Versteeg able to get by Solarsik. We were cut right back to it in progress. So we had to jump on it quickly after watching that great fight for 5th, 6th, and 7th. But Versteeg had been able to close up on Solarsik and made an aggressive move to the inside. Solarsik didn't want to give it up. They were side by side coming through turn number 1. Here's another look at it if we can. There it is here, a late move. They're side by side coming through there. Solarsik didn't want to give it up, but he's smart to get off the gas coming over to 2. Versteeg knows what's on the line here right now, and he made a good move there. Almost side by side, definitely far enough in to call the corner. And I like what Solarsik did there. He pushed it as hard as he could. Tried to fend him off, but couldn't quite get the job done. But Solarsik's not done at all. Look at him coming back up here. I like this Solarsik kid. See if he can get back in the hunt. Versteeg close up here now. 4 to go. Get ready for this finish. Bruckner's led from the get-go, but he's been challenged. Now he's got one of the best young drivers in the country on the rear bumper. Austin Versteeg versus Nick Bruckner with a side of Solarsik. Down the back chute here again with 3 to go. Bruckner trying to hit his marks. One, two, three, back over to 8. Now it's Versteeg's opportunity to kind of look at Bruckner and say, hey, where's my opportunity? If he gets by, what will Bruckner do? Can he respond or can he hold him back? 2 to go, this time by. Here goes Versteeg to the inside. Bruckner doesn't want to give it up. Bruckner flies across. He loses the spot, but gets back on. Tough one for Bruckner. It's going to come down. Here's Solarsik again with Versteeg. Bruckner's going to try to get back in the fight. That was a late move for Versteeg. I think he was side by side. Bruckner, though, said no. He didn't give it up at all. He was about a foot in the air. All he could do was go across the corner. Let's see if Bruckner can get back into here, because if Solarsik's not done, this could open the door again for Bruckner. Versteeg qualified 31st. Just like Lance Fenderson, Versteeg looking to complete the recovery. Coming out here to see the white flag. Does Solarsik have anything for him? 1 to go. Bruckner up on the wheel, coming back. Bruckner's not done either. Look at Nick Bruckner closing up here. Solarsik's not close enough to make it an issue, though. Bruckner needs help from Solarzik here. He's closing. Verstig with the lead. Coming through turns 5 and 6. Solarsik's not close enough to dive it here through to turn number 8. Verstig looks over his shoulder, sees he's got the room. Look at Bruckner right back in it. Verstig coming through. Double apex right hand and 9. Coming over here to turn 10. Verstig's got the opening. What a recovery. The victor in Mooresville, North Carolina, Austin Verstig. Verstig the winner. Folks, I'm telling you, he was posting on Facebook after what happened in qualifying, and he said, hey, I can still do this. After each heat race, he was positive. I could get better. I could do it. Starting in 7th, working his way forward, and 2 aggressive national level passes. Austin Verstig, your winner in junior. What a performance for this young driver. We have seen 2 great ones today from Lance Fenderson and Austin Verstig, and you can see the emotion out of that young driver as he is pumping both fists. He'll grab the checkered flag from Chris Egger. He is jacked up and ready to go. What a run for Verstig. Kudos to the team over at Rolison Performance Group. Not only did they dial this kid in technically with the race car itself, but I guarantee you the brain trust, the experience of that operation sat down with this young driver to make sure his head was on straight coming into Saturday and Sunday, because Verstig just scored a huge victory today in the Pan Am Challenge. Big shout out to David Cole from EKN. You're going to see that pretty soon up on ekartingnews.com, the Facebook page and Twitter, as David's down there getting a great shot from Verstig. What a great picture there of the emotion involved in this event, this level of motorsports. He is just fired up right now. Ken Johnson down there getting a shot as well. Austin Verstig just living the emotion right now, fired up and ready to go. Verstig, your winner today in Junior Max. Verstig enjoying the spoils of victory right now. The media running down to get shots of him. He's got the Road to Indy livery on the car and the suit, you name it. He's going to come over and have a quick chat with Chris Egger as well. He says, what do you want me to do? Where do you want me to go? We're going to have a quick little replay here, folks, of Mr. Verstig. This was the pass for the victory right here. Throws it down the inside of Bruckner. Side by side on the entry, pod to pod. Bruckner didn't want to give it up. He goes 4 wheels up and over the ramp. That's Nick Bruckner for you. Full pin, full throttle all the time. Back on the racetrack. And I'm going to tell you this right now. We get one more lap and Bruckner's going to be back in the fight, because Bruckner closed up at the very end of that one. Whew. Man, that was fun to watch. Really, one of the top juniors and the heir apparent, because Bruckner's going to be in junior for, I believe, a couple more years. He's a young kid still. Here's a kid in Verstig who's looking forward to moving his way now into the senior categories pretty soon. We saw Bruckner. Great job for him. Of course, Solarzik, can't say much more for Matthew Solarzik. What a great run for him in second spot, but the winner today by just over 1/10 of a second, Austin Verstig, winning the ticket to the Grand Finals in 2015 here at Pan Am.
Broadcasting live to the world, the Kart Racing Network.
You make me smile like sun, fall out of bed, sing like a bird, dizzy in my head, spin like a record, crazy on a Sunday night.
Fall into love as you try the Campfire Classic creation made with marshmallow ice cream, graham cracker pie crust, chocolate shavings, and fudge. Or the pumpkin pie in the sky creation made with pumpkin ice cream and all the best mix-ins. At Cold Stone Creamery, the ultimate ice cream experience.
The next era has begun. A new collaboration. The highest level of racing. Escape to the largest racing series in the world.